it's me, Arrowfire, or whatever YouTube subtitles think my name is today. How is everybody? I'm sure you're well. Okay, so this is the 5th video I've put up now, and it's going pretty well. And that's in no small part to you guys and all of the sharing and liking you've done of the previous videos. It's getting the name out there, and I'm really, really grateful. Okay, we're back with another top 5 video, and it's an easy one this time, and one I've always wanted to do. This is my top 5 Transformer combiners. No rules or criteria, just my top 5. Number 5. Devastator. Big Green is certainly a popular character with most Transformers fans. Devastator was one of the first Gestalts where Mechatron had perfected the combination technology. Since then, Devastator has been one of the more frequent combiners in the Transformers franchise. I actually have my own Big Green here to help me tell the story. Whilst I'm certainly not a toy reviewer, there's many better people than me out there who can do that. Now, most of you will be aware, unlike other combiner teams, Devastator has 6 components, including Scrapper, Scavenger, Longhaul, Bone Crusher, Hook and Mixmaster. And Breathe. I love his JCB figure plus limbs that gives him a presence of pure mass and muscle. It's little wonder the Decepticons used him so much. Number 4. Bruticus. Now here's a warlord if I've ever seen one. The Combaticons have an interesting backstory. Created cold by Starscream in one of his many failed attempts to overthrow Megatron. Starscream took 5 renegade Decepticon prisoners and created new bodies for them to inhabit in the G1 episode Starscream's Brigade. These vehicles were ruined World War II vehicles, meaning that, along with their unstable mentality and ability to combine, made for a fearsome product. Strangely enough, Bruticus never really has a set weapon depending on what media you're reading or watching. He just generally makes do with what's around. This could be a black arm rifle, Onslaught's huge back-mounted cannons, Vortex's helicopter blades, or even Shockwave. See last video. Once combined in the G1 cartoon, Bruticus would appear much as his name suggests. A brute, not very articulate with his words, but very articulate with his fists. In the great IDW story arc, Till All Are One, it shows a team of Combaticons with one dead member, and how that team combines with said dead member. It gives insight into a combiner's mind, in that once it's merged, it's 5 trains of thought entering into one brain. No wonder he wasn't good with his words. Pot kettle, I know. Number 3. Defensor. Defensor is somewhat of a bland combiner compared to the previous 2 on this list. Unlike Bruticus, where you have 5 minds struggling for control within, Defensor is made up of 5 Protectobots, whose sole purpose is to protect. He really rocks a police officer's vibe with those visor eyes, and you never thought a Transformer could pull off Baby Blue. Whilst Defensor appears a lot in the G1 cartoon, he doesn't get a G2 upgrade. He does appear in the IDW universe, but it's more of the individual Protectobots who get the focus. Still, he holds a special place with me, even if a motorbike and a police car can be the same size. Because physics. Number 2. Predaking. Okay, Daddy's home. Now the Predacons, in my opinion, are quite understated as a combiner team, but Predaking himself is an outright monster, with this energy sword, or bastard sword, depending on your cup of tea, a huge arm cannon, and he's the only combiner who has the ability to fly. According to the Teletran files, Predaking has no known weakness. Personally, I don't doubt it. In the G1 cartoon, Predaking didn't particularly speak, and I preferred that. Again, like previous combiner teams, once merged, all their thoughts become one. Some struggle with this, but some have one sole purpose, and for the Predacons, it's the hunt. There's so many things to love about Predaking. His colour scheme, his animal head mountings, and his killer instinct make him an unstoppable fighting machine. It's a shame he was introduced so late into the G1 cartoon. I did have a Predaking toy, but I've since sold it on. But I'm sure that'll change. Number 1. Superion. Yes, I know it was a bit obvious by this point. I was tempted to throw a curveball and say Computron. Well, anyway. Superion for me was my first combiner, as one of my earliest memories of the G1 cartoon is at the start of The Key to Vector Sigma, where the Autobots are driving into the tunnel. The weird thing about Superion is he doesn't really have a personality, but he does have conflicting voices. In the G1 cartoon, he goes from a sludge-like voice to no voice for much of the series, and then my personal favourite, big combiner voice. Nevertheless, his appearance in the G1 cartoon and the IDW comics have always struck a note with me. In fact, I've recently picked up a couple of third-party Masterpiece aerial bots. The aerial bots have great individual personalities. Air Raid's devil-may-care attitude, Silverbolt's nervousness to lead, Skydive's tactical prowess, Slingshot's annoyance, and Fireflight's... And that's my top 5 combiners. But what's yours? Leave a comment and let me know. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Until the next one.